G'day guys, Simon and Levi from Three Dragon Sports Bar in Hoi An, coming to you with our top 8 predictions for the NRL 2024.
Yeah, brand new season. Quite a lot of off-season movement, quite a few big signings for quite a few clubs. We'll see. We'll see where we think teams end up, who makes the 8, and where they finish up. Who you got finishing top of the ladder?
So after going through all the predictor and all that sort of stuff, I'm really liking the Warriors this year. I think that they've got a lot of depth in their team. I think they're going to be hard to beat at home, and I think that they can beat just about any team in the competition. So I don't know. I think they're going to have a pretty good year, and I've got them on top.
Yeah, I've got the Panthers finishing top yet again. I think they, despite losing a few players, I think they're still going to be the team to beat. Pretty obviously after winning the last couple. And I think they might start a bit slow, but I think they'll come strong towards the end of the year and finish top yet again.
Okay, so in second position, I got the Broncos, my team. I think they're going to have another good year. They've lost a few players, but signed a couple, and we've got a lot of young guys coming through. So huge amount of depth in the squad, and I think that they're going to have a very good year, and they're going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, I've got the Warriors in second. I'm liking them as well, and I reckon, I've got them finishing in the top 2.
Okay, down to third position, I think I've picked the Storm to come third. I think that they're looking very well rounded, probably better than they have for the last few years. I think if Pappenhausen can stay fit as well, but they've got a lot of depth as well, and I think they're going to be very consistent again.
Yeah, I've got the Broncos in 3 there. A lot of what you said. I think they came close last year, and they'll be close yet again this year.
Okay, so rounding out the top 4. I've got the Panthers in 4th place. Maybe have a slow start, take a little while to get going. Maybe we'll see. But come the end of the season, they should be in pretty good form.
Yeah, I've got rounding out my top 4. I've got the Storm. Basically, same top 4 like
as last year. Those 4 were clearly better than any other team in the competition, and I can't see why that would change. But it's not often that the top 4 stays the same. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then we're getting to the bottom half of the 8. I'll go in 5th. I got the Roosters. I think.
Me too. I got the Roosters coming in 5. Last year everyone hyped them up a lot. They kind of went on a bit of a run towards the end and got into that 8, but not very convincingly. Still got question marks on their halves. Teddy's getting a bit old, but I think they've had a couple of good signings. Hopefully Dom Young gets back soon.
Yeah, no, I think Teddy might have a good year. I think him, Swaligi, Manu, a lot of the guys who are either towards the back end of their career or going to move away from rugby league. I think all those guys are going to have a good crack in their last year.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fullbacks with things to prove this year, isn't there?
Yep.
Teddy, Latrell, Tom Dvojevic coming back from injury. You got young Reece Walsh, Pappenhausen back from injury. This is a big year for fullbacks to show what they got. So
yeah.
So next place into 6.
Into 6, yeah. I've got the Bunnies in 6. Talking of fullbacks, you've got things to prove. Latrell's probably top of that list after a pretty lackluster last season. Yeah, I think he looks lean in the preseason. He looks fit. He looks like he's got a bit of determination to prove people that he's actually.
I think once Jack Whiten gets in there, I think that'll settle the team down a bit as well. I'm predicting a little bit of a slow start for the Bunnies, but I think when they get a run on, they could get a run on. I've got the Seagulls in 6th place.
Okay.
Myself, so I think that they've Luke Brooks is going to do well. If Tommy can stay fit, I think that they've got a pretty decent spine there, and I've got them sneaking into 6th place there. but very close between 6 and probably 12. You know, so it could be any one of a few teams that could make this bottom end of the 8.
Yeah.
I got Sharks in at 7. They struggled against top 4 teams last year, even top 8 teams. But towards the end of the year, they got a bit of momentum, and I think that their halves combination is starting to gel really nicely now.
Yeah, I mean, Trindle's looked handy. Hines is class. I don't have the Sharks in my 8, but I think they'll be there and abouts. I've got the Eels sneaking in 7th. I think they're going to be improved this year, and I'm liking their team. I think they're a bit.
I think they're very good
last season.
I think their starting team is a very good starting team, and they've got a decent bench. But outside of that, I'm worried about their depth. Outside of their starting sort of like 17. So that's my only question mark with the Eels. If they do get some injuries, do they have guys that can really come in and cover those positions? Yeah. Sevo out for a good few weeks to start the season's not going to help them either. But yeah, I think I've got the Eels at about 9th place, maybe just on the edge there, could sneak in.
So who's your last team making it in?
Rabbitohs. I got the Rabbitohs going on a run and grabbing that last spot. And then if they're in form, who knows where they could go in the finals. Could go out first round or could make it all the way. They're one of those teams. So
yeah, I've got the Dolphins sneaking into the 8. I think I like a lot of their new signings. I think they picked up a lot of quality. And I mean, the hammer is outstanding. So, and Wayne Bennett's last year?
Yeah, yep.
Bennett's last year as a coach. So I think
not as a coach, but as Dolphins coach.
coach.
They're talking rumours of him going to Parramatta as a general, coaching manager. But the new team also will be looking at him whoever that is.
But yeah, I think he's going to finish on a high and get them into the 8 in his second year.
When I did my NRL predictor, actually, I had the Dolphins in at 8 as well, and the Bunnies outside of the 8. But after looking at the trial games and that, I've kind of reversed that around and actually put the Rabbitohs just above the Dolphins. So Dolphins, Eels, they're going to be having a good crack at that 8 as well. Your team, Doggies, I'm reckoning about 12th, but they could be pushing that 8 as well.
I'll take anywhere between 10 and 12. I think if we get 10 to 12 wins this year, I'll be happy. I'll take that.
So who you got for Wooden Spoon? Tigers. Yeah, unfortunately, got to tick the Tigers for the spoon again. I think there's a lot of unknown factor about the Tigers this year with their halves combination, and they should play some entertaining footy. I'm not sure if they've got the star quality to really match it with anyone in the top 8. And
I reckon that's probably pretty accurate. And there we go. That's our predictions for the top 8. Let us know in the comments below what you think about it. Feel free to put your own top 8 predictions down there as well.
On top of that, I do think the Broncos will beat the Warriors in the grand final. So that's my final prediction. Warriors to just go down, unfortunately, to the mighty Broncos.
I've got Penrith
getting a 4.
Getting a 4 over the Storm. So I got Penrith Storm in the granny.
That'd be a horrible grand final.
Penrith to get one over the top.
Horrible grand final.
If you want to see more things footy, our week 1 tips will come out soon. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Helps us out a ton. And we'll see you soon.